This Airsoft GI TV episode is brought to you in part by G&G Armament, Condor Outdoor, and Echo One USA.
What's up, GI TV? My name is Tim. Today we're going to take a look at this unique creature. This is the new ICS MX5 Pro. Now, I already know a lot of you are not going to like this gun right off the bat because it doesn't exist in real life, and it does look kind of goofy, and I was right there with you. I thought, why would ICS make such a thing? But then I started thinking for a little bit, and hear me out here. Why not make a gun like this that doesn't exist in real life? I mean, Airsoft's not real, so why confine yourself as an Airsoft company to only making real guns? Or you can put something like this together that's a little bit off the beaten path. I don't know, just some food for thought. Take it or leave it. Let's go over the features of this gun. It does have a rail interface system, and the battery does go underneath it. This wrist is made out of the same polymer that the lower is made out of, so it's nice and sturdy and it's very lightweight. And it's a little more comfortable to hold with your bare hands than a metal wrist would because the edges aren't as sharp. ICS have included two high-capacity magazines that hold 200 rounds each, so that's nice. The pistol grip has a rubber sleeve on it to add some texture to the grip and to give you a little bit more grip. If you don't like it, you can remove it. The stock is very high-tech. It has QD sling swivel mounts on the left and right side. It extends and has 4 positions. It folds to the side if you want to cut a corner and keep a small profile on your gun and yourself. And it has a cheek riser, or an adjustable cheek rest. So similar stock features to that of the Masada or the Scar. A couple of other differences from the base gun, which is obviously an MK5. The sights are different. The rear sight looks very similar to an M4 rear sight. The front sight actually has different front sight posts. Okay, ICS give you a little dime bag with 4 or 5 different front sight arrangements, so you can choose one for any day of the week. Now, if you recall back to the sample gun we received a couple of months ago, this gun has a very unique gearbox. It's tunable. Okay, you have to tune the burst feature on this gun based on the type of battery you're using. So why don't I go plug a battery into this and I'll tune it to make sure it's shooting properly, and we'll chrono the gun to see how fast it shoots. What's up, GI TV? This is just a quick reminder to always have fun when you're playing Airsoft, but be safe, use common sense, and follow the law. Do not take your Airsoft guns out in public, especially not to school. You don't want to be the one that gets Airsoft banned for everybody, now do you? Alright, once again I have my very thin and very short 7.4 volt lithium polymer battery in this gun, but ICS have recommended that you use a 9.6 volt nunchuck battery with this gun. A 9.6 nunchuck fits very nicely into this handguard. It'll make life a lot easier when installing your battery. Also, the gearbox has been pre-tuned to use a 9.6 volt battery, so once you get this gun and use a 9.6, you don't need to tune it. Not that it was very difficult for me to tune for the 7.4. There's a small hole in front of the trigger with a knob inside of it that you can turn with a very small flathead screwdriver. You're probably going to need one of the smallest flatheads that you have in your house. So you just turn it and find a nice place where your semi and through on burst line up properly. But that's enough of that. Let's go chrono the gun and we'll see how hard it shoots. FPS is a little too hot for most indoor CQB environments, but this gun might work well outdoors at like a mount facility or a heavily wooded outdoor field that, you know, limits your engagement distances anyway. Whether it's based off a real gun or not, this is a solid Airsoft gun from ICS with great build quality and a lot of great features on it, so I highly recommend you check out the ICS MX5 Pro on Airsoft GI. You can check it out at our walk-in store if you live close enough, or you can see it online. It's for sale for $299.99.
Can break free. Break through these concrete walls for a rock out spring. You're gonna see. If I would ever put on another pair of work boots, it would be too soon.
Airsoft GI-TV would like to thank our sponsors, G4 Airsoft, Sistema, and Mad Bull Airsoft. Really cool gun. Like I said, gosh, can they be a little more loud? Just a little louder. If they just make a little more noise, I think it would make me very happy. I already know, but listen. So, a couple of other differences from other MP5s are the sights. The rear sight is much more closely, and the front sight actually has different front sight posts, I guess you would call it. Different thingamabobbers. Anyway, ICS give you a dime bag full of little different front sights that you can add. So you can have 3 triangles coming in from the side. You can have just a regular front sight post. That looks really weird. I'm not going to do that on camera. Some awesome features from other guns and build whatever.